The rapist, the racist, Vince McMahon implicated again. But guess what? More implications. WWE President Nick Khan implicated. COO Brad Blum implicated. Revealed as key figures in Vince McMahon's sex trafficking lawsuit. Rape, gangbang, sodomy, urination, penetration, homicides. It's over. It's all been revealed. Enter the Arena Band. Club New Genesis Entertainment frozen because of this reason right here. They don't want Don Juan Banks to come out and tell the YouTube public and everybody across the world that WWE itself is under investigation. WWE President Nick Khan, COO Brad Blum revealed as key figures in Vince McMahon's sex trafficking, sex assault, rape lawsuit. Here we go, right here. TKO director Nick Khan revealed as key figure in Vince McMahon lawsuit. More names to come. Let's go straight. This is the breaking professional wrestling news. Let's go straight in it to the front office sports. Front office sports right here. WWE President Nick Khan and COO Brad Blum are men identified as corporate officers number 1, number 2 in a sex trafficking lawsuit filed in January in federal court in Connecticut against the company, former chair Vince McMahon and former talent relations executive John Laurinaitis. Also, I'm going into our chat room because they put up some information here. I'm in our exclusive chat room. As reported by Tim Merchman, Brandon Thurston, and John Pullock for Front Office Sports in the Vince McMahon lawsuit, the following are the identities of the unnamed corporate officers. Corporate officer number 1, Nick Khan. Corporate officer number 2, Brad Blum. Corporate officer number 3, Stephanie McMahon. Corporate officer number 4, Brian Nurse. And this is from our exclusive Enter the Arena chat. We want you to join. All you got to do is leave a comment. Let's get right back into front office sports. Going back to front office sports. This is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Back to front office sports. The suit claims that Khan, Blum, whose names have not previously been reported, were instrumental to a scheme in which the plaintiff, a woman named Janelle Grant, was employed in a completely undefined role, except for the understanding that she remained a sexual slave to be used and trafficked by Vincent Kennedy McMahon within the WWE. Unlike McMahon and Laurinaitis, the two are not personally accused of sexual misconduct or violence. Rather, the suit claims that they and others facilitated and covered up exploitation in ways that make WWE liable under federal anti-trafficking law. Khan, a deal maker and former CAA executive who earned a reputation as one of the most powerful men in sports media through negotiating billion-dollar deals for clients like the SEC and WWE before joining the latter as president in 2020, is now the top person in control of the sprawling empire it took McMahon a lifetime to build. He reports to TKO president Mark Shapiro and ultimately answers to the legendary Hollywood power broker Ari Emanuel, who took over as chair of WWE's parent company TKO after McMahon resigned in January. WWE takes Miss Grant's allegations very seriously and has no tolerance for any physical abuse or unwanted physical contact. A WWE spokesperson said in a statement, neither Nick Khan nor Brad Blum, prior to the lawsuit being filed on January 25th, 2024, were aware of any allegations by Miss Grant, and she was the victim of abuse or unwanted physical contact, nor does the complaint allege that either had knowledge of such. McMahon has said the allegations in the lawsuit are baseless and that he intends to vigorously defend himself. A lawyer for Laurinaitis has denied the allegations but appeared to corroborate them by saying at the same time that, like Grant, his client was a victim in the case, not a predator. The information about the identities of the corporate officers offers a new lens through which to view Grant's suit. Most attention has focused on the allegations of extreme sexual violence the suit makes against McMahon and his associates. It can, though, also be read as a set of claims about how McMahon made the highest ranking executives in the company complicit in their misbehavior. Front Office Sports independently identified Khan and Bloom, as well as the two other anonymous corporate officers to whom the suit refers by cross-checking the details of the suit against publicly available records, online resumes, and corporate filings, as well as information provided by sources familiar with WWE. Corporate officer number one is said in the suit, for example, to have maintained a fourth-floor office at the company's former headquarters, which a person who worked there confirmed was true of Khan. FOS then asked Grant's lawyer, Ann Collis, whether its reporting was accurate. I can confirm that these names are correct, she said. The suit says McMahon groomed Grant while she was grieving the death of her parents and had her hired into a fake job with the company's legal department in May 2019. Subsequent to that, it says she was subjected to extreme cruelty and degradation, including McMahon defecating on her during group sex, and he and Laurinaitis raping her. Now, Vince McMahon defecated. You remember how he used to have the Kiss My Ass Club, and he had William Regal, and he had all these people. Eric Bischoff did that one time. Vince is a sick man, a sick freak. He pulled his pants down and he defecated right in her mouth. It was actually on Inside Edition, or it was some type of a celebrity show where Sable in the late 90s had said around 1999 that somebody defecated in her bag. So he is into defecation. That is so nasty. You sick Vincent Kennedy McMahon. You're a sick man. You're a sick man, Vince. You're sick. Let's do this. Getting right back into it, including McMahon defecating on her during group sex, and he and Laurinaitis raping her in the WWE offices, with the abuse only ending in 2022. So it just ended. This left her, according to the suit, crippled. Both physically, she was crippled, both physically and mentally, including from debilitating symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder and suicidal ideation. McMahon presented Bloom and Khan after his hiring in August 2020 to Grant as key fixers, according to the suit. The first time McMahon met her, it says in March 2019, he promised Grant, who had minimum work history, and his office would reach out to arrange a meeting with Bloom, who was executive vice president in charge of operations at the time. A week later, the suit says she met with Bloom and hardly asked any questions. And before long, she had been hired into a $75,000 a year job in the legal department. In February 20, the suit says McMahon told Grant that Bloom had warned that there were a lot of rumors circulating about the relationship. Immediately after this, she was transferred to another department. The years later, the suit says after McMahon and Grant signed a non-disclosure agreement and negotiated on WWE's behalf without its knowledge, he ended up paying only $1 million of an agreed upon $3 million. The two had a call he claimed would be the last conversation they ever would have, during which he named Bloom as one of the two people she should call if she ever needed anything. The second of these two people were Khan. According to the suit, in March 2021, Grant told McMahon that Khan had responded to her introducing herself in a corridor by telling her he knew exactly who she was. Later that day, the suit says McMahon told her that he had a meeting with Khan and Bloom and informed them of the nature of their relationship. McMahon told her, the suit says, that the two men had voiced concerns to him and inquired whether Grant could be trusted. A WWE spokesperson denies this conversation ever happening. McMahon says, the suit says, told Grant that the two expressed concern but were ultimately supported. The next day, the suit says Bloom told her that she was being transferred to the Talent Relations Department, where she would report to Laurinaitis, with whom McMahon had months before pressured her into group sex at McMahon's condo. She was going forward. The suit says expected to sexually service Laurinaitis at his hotel and in his office. The suit alleges that her sexual exploitation continued for another year. It also says that during negotiations over the NDA, Grant included Khan and Bloom in a list of people whose roles should be addressed in the agreement due to their knowledge of the relationship. Though the suggestion was rejected, the suit does not explicitly make any claims about whether Khan, Bloom, or the other two corporate officers knew of any alleged acts of sexual violence or crude degrading treatment. The person identified in the suit as corporate officer number 3 is, according to FOS reporting, that Grant's lawyer confirmed McMahon's daughter, longtime WWE executive Stephanie McMahon. She is mentioned once in the ambiguous context. That means that Enter the Arena has been 100% right on all of its reporting. No wonder why Enter the Arena is banned, because WWE doesn't want us to tell you that Stephanie McMahon is fired, Vince McMahon is fired. Now being implicated, Nick Khan fired, Triple H fired, John Laurinaitis fired, Bloom fired. All these people are getting fired from the WWE because WWE can be shut down. Let's keep Grant. The suit says attended meetings of WWE Executive Committee. What is she doing at the meetings? Investors. What is she doing at the meeting? She doesn't have any credentials. The suit says attended meetings of WWE Executive Committee, something far above her pay grade, and the appropriateness of which she asked Khan and Bloom about. At one of the meetings, the suit says Stephanie McMahon, who is described as knowing of other instances of Vince McMahon engaging in inappropriate sexual conduct, mentioned Grant to sit near her. 3 months after the NDA between McMahon and Grant was signed in 2022, Stephanie McMahon, then the WWE's chief brand officer, announced she was taking a leave of absence from the company. A month later, the Wall Street Journal reported on a probe by WWE board of directors into payments made by Vince McMahon involving NDAs with several former female employees and performers. After his subsequent resignation as CEO and chair of the board, she became interim CEO and chair. In early 23, her father seized control of the board ahead of WWE's eventual merger with the Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC. That's the Endeavor deal. Under the auspices of Ariel Emanuel's Endeavor, she resigned days later. Stephanie McMahon stepped down. She stepped down because she knew every single thing was going on. She even seen it through her own eyes, allegedly. And she had to step down. She can't come back because Vince is gone, Stephanie is gone, Triple H is going to be gone. Triple H was already supposed to be on SmackDown and Raw. He hasn't been there. Stephanie McMahon did not respond to questions sent via overnight letter to a postal box. She doesn't even have the integrity to do that. She was the one who really got China killed back in the day because she was Triple H cheated on China with Stephanie McMahon, and then she went up and got into China's face, and then she got fired. China did nothing wrong and she got fired. Then she became a drunken, a porn actress that was getting slammed and fucked on screen. And that's how sick the defecating Vince rapist, racist McMahon is, and Stephanie McMahon. The person identified as corporate officer number 4, according to FOS reporting, which Grant lawyers confirm, is Brian Nurse, formerly general counsel and the head of WWE's legal department. According to the suit, on May 9th, 2019, 8 months after he'd been hired, he offered Grant a job 3 hours after having called her to discuss a legal role. The next day, the suit says Vince McMahon told her that he had ordered Nurse to offer Grant the job, and then McMahon sexually assaulted her for the first time, putting his hand down her pants without consent. The suit describes the work environment in the legal department as distressing to the point that Grant was openly experiencing panic attacks in the office. She was never on board. It says on any given, and it says or given any clear responsibility, and Nurse was warm with other colleagues but cold to her before becoming openly hostile. Behavior has staff noticed, discussed with Grant, and in some cases emulated. Nurse, the suit says, would even stop and change directions if he saw her in the hallway. And he told at least one other executive that he knew or suspected the relationship between Grant and McMahon was sexual. In February 2020, Grant was transferred to another division. In November 20th, Nurse was, the suit says, terminated or asked to resign, making him one of the number of employees it claims were forced to resign or were let go if they knew about what Vince McMahon had did, his exploits, and failed to assist, support, or facilitate them. Not long afterward, the suit says Grant was transferred back to the legal department before ultimately being transferred back to Laurinaitis' talent relations department because her presence in the legal department was, McMahon told her, making it difficult to hire a top lawyer. It goes on. Nurse did not respond to direct message sent to a social media account he controls or to request for comment sent to his work email address. A spokesperson for his current employer did not respond to an email asking to put in touch with him. WWE declined comment on the terms on which he left the company. Under Khan, a childhood friend of new TKO board member Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, WWE has achieved unprecedented business success. So because The Rock has joined the TKO board, WWE has achieved unprecedented business success. In January, WWE and Netflix announced a 10-year, $5.2 billion deal to broadcast WWE programming around the globe, which will bring year-round live content to the streamer beginning in 2025. The wrestling company generated $1.326 billion in revenue last year. WWE, in combination with the UFC under TKO Group Holdings, has a market capitalization of just under $14 billion. As one of the close of the close of the market on Friday next month, it will hold its 40th annual WrestleMania event in Philadelphia. This comes from Front Office Sports. The writer that we will give credit to is John Pollock and Brandon Thurston. This is shocking, ladies and gentlemen. This is everywhere. This is breaking news. Neither Khan nor Bloom. So, front Ringside News, TKO director Nick Khan revealed as key figure in Vince McMahon lawsuit. From Ringside News. It's over. It's literally over. Vince McMahon dirty deeds is finally catching up to him. Stephanie McMahon, Nick Khan, Bloom, and eventually Triple H. That's why he's hiding behind the scenes, because he's going to be fired, ladies and gentlemen. And The Rock is trying to take over the WWE. They say unprecedented business since The Rock has come back. And we cover The Rock every day. He's been out there. He's been struggling to get over. He has a storyline with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. And we have reported that the tag match, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, The Rock, Roman Reigns, the Bloodline, most likely is going to win that match. And then Cody Rhodes, it was revealed on SmackDown, and then Cody Rhodes was crying on Raw because they're allowing him to finish the story by defeating Roman Reigns. Now, the only thing else that possibly could happen at WrestleMania 40 is The Rock interject himself as a triple threat match, or he comes down there and after Cody wins, he takes the belt. Or it could be Damian Priest. But the chances of Roman Reigns leaving WrestleMania 40 with the title is slim to none because he's ready to drop the belt because he's held the belt for 3.5 years. Seth Rollins, who has a torn MCL and meniscus, is dropping the belt to Drew McIntyre or Damian Priest. Drew could win, Priest comes down, take it. Or Priest could come in and just take the belt. But Seth is leaving the company. His contract expires 2024. And if he doesn't get a lot of money, he might not be back. Becky Lynch's contract is expired in around that time. And also Drew McIntyre may not resign due to everything. Now, he may resign if he wins the title. WWE has, and YouTube has created YouTube view interference, blocking, just the most amazing videos, but people are finding it and our ratings are going up. Our ratings are going up. Shelton Benjamin at AEW, Triple H, Sheamus has been deleted from the WWE, Twitter, X forever. Cody Rhodes crying about finishing his story. The Rock, a hypocrite, own daughter's a mistake. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins is planning on turning against Cody Rhodes with the bloodline. Cody Rhodes slapped the shit out of The Rock. Vince McMahon rape. Views going through the roof. They don't want you to see that. Triple H wants to confront The Rock, but right now he's going to be fired soon. And if he's not, just because somebody is still in the role doesn't mean that they can't be fired or they are subject to implication. Now look at this one. This was one of our biggest videos, 600. Bianca Belair was a subject to racism, slavery chain, just because she was black for the WWE 2K24 video game. We came to her defense. We gained so many subscribers over that. WWE 2K24. Fans scolded for racist remarks toward cover star Bianca Belair. Enter the arena that has been banned. Club New Genesis. We cover AEW. We've been covering the Cody Rhodes and Rock story. We revealed Vince was a rapist and a racist. It's all coming out now. We've been vindicated. They tried to get us off for years. We talked about before it happened. Drew McIntyre joining the bloodline, and he did. He did that last week when he beat Jey Uso. What else we got? Triple H fired, sexual assault. Look at that. We just showing you. Nia Jax joins the bloodline. Nia Jax joins the bloodline. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes flipped the script on them. Cody Rhodes delivering his best performance. He's going to finish his story. The Cody Rhodes fans and Don Juan Banks get along now, and they came to my aid. TKO desperate to get The Rock over because they have to get him over so it can overshadow this whole sexual assault. Vince will never be back in WWE. Walt Weezy, one of our consultants, he could be a victim of criminal and civil charges, Vince McMahon. Rock, he got canceled from the DC Universe, but he might get rehired because of how things have been going for him in the WWE if he wins that belt. Seth Rollins to turn on Cody Rhodes. So you got people out there. It's only one. It's only one. I'm the generational leader of the YWC. I am the YWC. You can look at the videos on YouTube. Don Juan Banks, Enter the Arena. I'll beat Sean Views. I'll beat General Jerry. I went against Wrestling Jesus. We've been against the best. We are the best. And we're going to continue. We've been covering wrestling for 10 years. Wrestle Talk, acknowledge me. Russell Talk came to me. They wanted me to work for them. Don Juan Banks, the $100 million, multi-million dollar man, Mr. Pay-Per-View. 100% the best, back in business, the realest, the mayor, the monarch, the governor, the dictator, the writer, director, producer, entertainer, innovator, teacher, the architect. Simply the best. Affirmation, confirmation, deliberation, information, organization. If it ain't legit, you're at a severe deficit, too legit to quit. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. Cody Rhodes is going to finish his story at WrestleMania 40, but that might not be it. Triple H is going to be fired from the WWE. He's hitting Stephanie McMahon cliff. She knew everything about it. Vince McMahon is done. Bloom is done. McMahon is done. Khan is done. But Don Juan Banks and Into the Arena is the one that's banned, is the one that's still standing. Producing over 300 videos in the course of a month, covering every single thing going in WWE. Now, John Cena tried to make it light what he said about Vince McMahon, but he still betrayed him. Randy Orton betrayed him. Kevin Owens betrayed him. Bret Hitman Hart. When my publicist's life is dope, Bret Hitman Hart got Vince McMahon back. He screwed Vince McMahon back. Look at it. Bret the Hitman Hart screws Vince McMahon back in 2024 for the 1997 Montreal Screwjob. Look at this. The sex leaked WWE statement revealed. Look at Vince McMahon. He got so horny, he had it erected because he wanted them women so bad. Because he had the balls the size of grapes, not grapefruits. He was a sick, nasty man. This is the working professional world. Proof Carlito never got. We love the Mexican fans, the Latinos. Proof Carlito. We came to the defense of the Mexicans because we revealed that Triple H was fucking with them. Carlito was never eliminated from the Royal Rumble, but nobody gave Carlito a title shot. That's crazy. That's crazy. Triple H didn't address it, just like he's not addressed. Triple H job is to address this, but he's not doing it. That's why Rock is going to take over WWE. Rock don't care about being the president of the United States. He want to be the owner of the WWE. And it's going to happen. I know me and Rock ain't seeing eye to eye right now, and I know Rock ain't doing things the way it should be done. He's trying to take over the WWE. And I don't need no 300,000 views or whatever like that, because the more people that find us, the better the views are going to get. Thank you so much. Take the time to subscribe here to Enter the Arena Band. Find Club New Genesis Entertainment. Subscribe there. We're going to fix everything up. We need the entire week to fix up Club New Genesis Entertainment because they froze the account because I talked about Vince McMahon. Nobody, I don't care what podcast you go to. I'm not even going to give them a plug except for Rybotch. He can't even do the podcast right. He's still a right bitch, a right bag, a right trash, a right comeback, a right stupid, a right loser, a right deathbed, a right botch. Eric Bischoff, you've been fired from the WWE so many times, we can't even count on our hands. 83 weeks. You keep talking about 83 weeks. We're in 2024. Get over it, Eric Bischoff. Vince Russo, you're a fell writer on YouTube. Everybody knows Vince Russo was one of the worst writers in WWE and WCW history. Look at WCW in the beginning of the 2000s. He is the reason why that company went out of business. Look at Bret the Hitman Hart. He'll tell you. Jim Cornette is the best podcast that I've ever seen. Sean Views Entertainment, he's washed up. He pulled his pants down. He showed his little Pee Wee Herman. The kids that seen it 10 years ago are grown and they're completely appalled. He puts WWE in the back of his videos. He has no live promo ability. He went on and he said, you know what? I could go to it on YouTube when I beat the guy. We're looking for it right now. I beat the guy so bad that he said he gonna call the FBI and the police. Sean Views Entertainment. And he can't get the video down. That's how bad I beat him. I beat this man so bad that he still can't get over it. And now they make it difficult to get to it because we're live. But I beat this guy. And I'm going to do it because we're live and I want y'all to see it. Because everybody knows I'm number one. And I'm going to get my podcast started. Here it go right here. Don Juan Banks defeat Sean Views Entertainment. It's right there. I beat him.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's some breaking news. Killer Demons has just said I'm putting him to sleep. That's breaking news.
Enter the arena has just entered the room. And go ahead.
How's that breaking news when it's facts?
Don Banks, go ahead. You have something to say to Sean?
Yeah, Sean.
Yo.
Why the fuck you call me a racist?
Why'd you call, no, listen.
You saw the message I sent to you. I wanted to come on your show, tell my side of the story. Then all of a sudden I hear, Sean Views put up a video saying you're a racist and took it down. And I asked you, I said, you put up a video of me saying I was a racist? And you blocked me on Facebook.
First of all, I never put up a video saying you're a racist, so I don't know where you're getting that garbage from.
That's why I'm asking the horse's ass right now.
I never said that. For the record pie 10 minutes.
So I beat the guy. We're going to the top, into the arena. Bang! Club New Genesis Entertainment, Frozen.